5:16, 48 degrees, wet and windy seems to tell the story.
Yeah, and in the last hour already, we've seen the winds increase, and that trend is just going to continue as we do go throughout the day here today. Wind gusts topping off around the area around somewhere between 20 and 25 for most, but just recently recorded in Dayton a 38 mile per hour wind gust, and that's going to be the trend as we go throughout the day. These winds continuing to increase, still mostly coming out of the south-southwest, so that is still ushering in the warmer air, but not for long. We're soon enough going to see a shift in the winds that brings in colder air into the Miami Valley. Wind advisory is in effect for the majority, or at least the southern portion of the Miami Valley. Here off towards the south and towards the west is where we can see 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts. And as I mentioned, we've already reached about a 38 mile per hour wind gust here in Dayton already. So as we go throughout the day, likely to see a little spike as we go towards sunrise, when most of us are actually heading out and commuting up to about the upper 30s, possibly approaching 40. Not necessarily calming down, but things laxing slightly before they spike once again into the middle of the afternoon, where we probably have our best chance to see a 40 mile per hour wind gust. Beyond that, again, not necessarily calming down, but things starting to let up slightly as we go towards the evening hours here. Satellite and radar is showing that we have some scattered showers continuing to push through. Temperatures still warm enough where this is all rain, but eventually we'll see the cold air affect that and actually bring us mixed precipitation and then snow showers. Taking a closer look at where this is mostly affected, more rain expected to move into Sydney, soon to see some heavier precipitation there in Piqua, and we did just have some moderate to heavy precipitation in Covington as well, so it does look like more development of these scattered showers is likely throughout the morning hours. And taking a look in Salina right now, kind of zooming in on the streets there, a bit of a mess. We have rain showers moving through. You can see the wind affecting the camera as well. So winds actually have picked up to about 23 miles per hour, and this is the sustained wind, the constant wind that you see. And with this, we have seen that wind gust approaching 40 miles per hour. So temperatures for right now are mild, but due to the wind shift that's about to come, that's going to change here. As I mentioned, about 40 mile per hour wind gusts are possible throughout the day. Temperatures are cooling off, especially throughout the morning. They're going to be cooling off, and as they do so, once we get into the afternoon, we are actually cold enough to produce snow showers, possibly still mixed in with a little bit of rain, but we could accumulate a dusting of some snow on the ground, with temperatures being warm over the weekend, likely melting fairly quickly as we do go. And here's a look at Futurecast, what you can expect as you go throughout the day. As I mentioned, starting off with rain showers, that's starting to kind of mix with some colder air by the time we get towards sunrise. So mixing in with some snow showers there. By noon, it's leaning towards snow showers, but still showing a mixed precipitation around the area. By the time we get into the afternoon, likely cold enough to where if there is scattered precipitation out there, it is in the form of snow showers. And we could see some accumulations with that, actually, as people are traveling home from work or from school. So a bit of a mess. When you combine the wind with that, it's going to make travel on our way home a bit difficult here. Things calming down slightly into the evening and overnight hours, but still a few flurries and breezy conditions continuing here. Temperature trend is dropping big time, putting us nearly 15 degrees below the average, possibly even a little bit more on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thankfully, that's kind of just a brief dip. We head our way back up by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, looking like things are warming up. So today, topping off around 37 degrees throughout the mid-afternoon there. Scattered wintry mixes possible and very breezy. 5-day forecast showing some sunshine by Wednesday, but the chance for rain will once again return on Friday and Saturday. We have weather and traffic updates for you every 10 minutes. Let's go to Sergeant Mark Bowering with a look at the traffic report right now. Good morning, Sarge.
Jesse, good morning to you. We've had some wet conditions to contend with now. Mostly what we've seen so far are those wet conditions. I haven't really seen any issues with the freeway traffic. Here's a traffic tracker with a look at I-675. Just a minute ago, they passed by Indian Ripple, Dorothy Lane area, not really seeing any issues here. Heading up north into Miami County, this is the Piqua area, Interstate 75, and this camera is at Route 36. And I can see the surface of the roads there a little bit wet, but again, we are not seeing any tie-ups, and we're not really seeing any problems with travel time so far. I'm Sergeant Mark Bowering, WHIO Team Traffic.
Sergeant, thank you. It is 5:21, 48 degrees.
Thousands left without power in Kansas City. How people there are dealing with the blizzard, and how that same system could affect us here in the Miami Valley.
Only we're in London.